Hello everybody and welcome to another... What was that? You know I stream on Twitch every single day? Well, what the hell am I here for? Go enjoy the video.
So, after thinking about it long and hard, did I want to play 5-color Niv or did I want to play this today? I must return to the old me. It's what Liliana would want. So here we are, returning to the old me. This time with 2 Undying Evil instead of 1. I'm going to try the 2-2-1-2 split on the rebirth effects and see how it feels. It might be okay, it might not be. I'm also curious to see how Blood Moon lines up in the current meta. I feel like Blood Moon is pretty good right now. I would like to keep this. Blackcleave Cliffs was such a good draw here. Now I just get to curve out Ragavan into Dothi. Mono needs a restart. After this match, I'm going to restart. Ending. Ragavan! Well, if they're playing Control, Terminate's going to be worthless, so I think I'm going to grief them. Pitching Terminate. Maybe I can snag it to Fairy. Narset, Counterspell, Force, and Negation. I guess I'll take one of the 2 Narsets. Even though I don't really care about them. It's kind of annoying. I was really hoping that they'd have a Teferi 5. Maybe I could have taken the Counterspell and just attack these Narsets. They just draw Pending. They just drew Pending. RIP. RIP you? I guess they can... yeah, they have to Force Negation this, which is like... fine. Makes them 2 for 1 themselves. They're probably going to pitch Counterspell, just untap, play Narset. Had I known I was going to draw that, I probably would have taken the Force Negation. Obviously, I had no idea. Finds it to Fairy. Fortunately, just have to yield here. I don't think it's worth pitching both of these just to kill Narset. I would rather just find my 5th land and start hard casting him. Time to draw another Blackcleave Cliffs, probably. Deferino going up. That seems okay. I'm going to bounce it with Teferi, though. I could have Fury'd the Teferi, but it only goes down to 1 loyalty. Might have been okay still. Revealed Days Undoing. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. One blank. Yeah, you know what? I probably should have Fury'd them. Killed Narset, done a bunch of damage to Teferi. I didn't even realize that they revealed Days Undoing here, so that was a punt. Oh yeah, my deck's not updated, you're right. Punted by not Furying. I should have Fury'd away the Narset and then done 3 damage to the Teferi. That would give me some time to draw out to Teferi. I guess I didn't even have to kill the Narset, I could have just done the damage to Teferi. Would have given me 2 draws. I think against Control, I just want like Torok, Magus the Moon, maybe Collector Brutality. Yeah, that K commands main. I'm gonna Rubber Duck. Yeah, if I didn't punt, then that game would have been very, very close. I'm gonna take these Terminates out. Seems pretty bad. And maybe Lightning Bolt's fine for killing Narset. I don't really want to take out Lightning Bolt. I could take out K Command. It's just a good flexible card. At worst, it pitches to both of these, so it's kind of a free roll to just to play one in the main deck. It's been very good from my experience. The game lined up so awkwardly. I'll take out a Dothi here. I'll take out Collector Brutality instead. I like just playing the 1. I don't think you really need more than 1. This hand is insane. And pitch the Dothy. I get to scam them. Onion, what's up? I am doing alright. Take your force negation. No legacy challenge? Not today. I'm gonna take the pending. Really surprised they didn't subtlety grief. I have no idea. I don't know, I get to thought seize them, so it's at least good value. Guess let's take the Aether Gust, strand him with a Force EMC card in hand. Seems fine. You do the prelim super qualifier, you'll become the limited god. You better. I'm gonna leave this Maliki Rebirth in my hand. Just say go. I don't know if or how they beat this. Well, that's a good start. Dash Ragavan. Gotta attack Teferi. Could just attack them. Play Lily. I'm gonna kill the Teferi. Teferi's very good against Scam. I'm just gonna scam this Grief back out, I think. Chances are they probably have 2 cards again that I want to take. So we'll see. Subtlety pitching Days Undoing. I think I bottomed the Grief. I might have been wrong. Maybe I was just supposed to keep it on top. Just start hard casting it. But they have no cards in hand that are relevant now. Except for the second Teferi. Oh, it's buying Kahira? Sure. Sure. I put you on the bottom, and you have come back to me. If you love a grief, let it go. If it comes back to you, it was meant to scam. Hey Gons, thank you. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's helpful. Alright, dash this Ragavan. It's kind of a sideboard breakdown for Scam. I would say it's a guide, but it's more of a breakdown of like the reasoning behind each card in the sideboard. It's a lock mature, that's what it was. I could have a Solitude here, which would suck. Kind of been drawing air though. Counterspell. Okay. We're playing red black rock today. Best of luck. I'm gonna bolt them in their upkeep. We got there. Alright. You confirm Leyline Binding is OP despite the Waffle clock out. I deck Tron. Have you ever seen anything like this? Wow, you really did deck Tron? It's kind of crazy. You even have a Sudric Titan on the board and you're just like, yep. That's wild. Make it really a scam. I think I liked how we boarded here. I could bring in the Brutality naming Narset, but that doesn't seem, or the Necromancer naming Narset doesn't seem great though. Maybe the collective Brutality is worse than the K command. I can draw a red source this hand gets like 10 times better. Okay. That one was pretty good. Take your Solitude. Take your Narset. You have 5 lands in hand. or 4 lands in hand. Alright, well, that should be GG. See, my issue with Leyline is that it's only really good in the mirror. That's the only matchup where I'd want Leyline over Hearse. What if the opponent's having FUD yet? Not sure. It's not better than Hearse versus Murktide. Hearse being like a 15-15 that Murktide can't kill without a braid is crazy good. So I think that Hearse is better against Murktide than Leyline. Hearse just being an actual threat is so good. Sure, they can kill with Dress Down, but you can usually Thoughtseize the Dress Down out of their hand or Grief it out of their hand first. Leyline's better versus Cyclers a little bit, but that matchup's easy. I genuinely think that matchup is like not an issue. Alright, go ahead. So they need something this turn, otherwise they're just dead. And they're probably going to spend like their only non-land card, too. So this Croxa might just kill them with the Dash Ragavon. Ending for 4 resolves. Put you to 1. I'm not gonna play Croxa yet. I think I'm just gonna bin. I'm gonna bin these two. Could have just played Croxa. I feel like this is fine too, because I could do escape Croxa if they kill anything. That's not with a Solitude, I guess. Yeah, they have given up. Alright, let me restart mode. And Dingo isn't even my real name. I'm a millionaire. I do this to see how normal folk live. Turn 188, no turn 188. I'm gonna say no turn 188. Especially since this is a rebirth, so it's only gonna be a 6-6. Am I getting scammed? Hold up. Calm down. I'm getting scammed. He's not actually Egyptian. That one is actually factual. I'm very much Egyptian. Having never lived in Egypt, can confirm. Alright. On the slow grind to Lily. But I could just get double griefed here. Grief take your Lily, grief take your Spyro, and I'm just dead. Yu-Gi-Oh player confirmed. Yep. Yu-Gi-Oh! Why would you play this into my Lily? This makes no sense. God damn it, Mr. Rib. Another one. That's kind of annoying. That is no longer annoying. Beam it. Death beam. Bolt. My Lily. Hmm. Hopefully they don't have hard cast grief this turn. Hard cast grief would be kind of bad for me. I was a celebrity, but I decided to live a quiet life. Exactly. Grief. Hi, Spyro. This isn't even like that bad for me though. No blocks. Interesting, no blocks. I guess they just really don't want to deal with a 3-2 Ragavon. Dreadbore. Yep. I know. I guess they could have like untapped in Dreadbore, but maybe they just ripped the Dreadbore off the top. More Malakir Rebirth. I wonder if we're gonna attack in the Spyro tokens. Or if they're just gonna hold back. Attacking the Spyro tokens. I'll take it. Time to make Spyro tokens. Spyro tokens. So they're taking 4, going to 3. Sick Dreadbore. Alright, pass the turn. They draw another Grief, then they can bid you a land. They went out the honorable way. I respect it. Ragavan, pretty okay. See, this is the matchup where I would like ley lines. Blood Moon comes out for sure. I actually look to see how I board in the Scam Mirror. Wanna braid 2 Fatal Push. Out 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Blood Moon, 2 Grief out. Alright. And a challenge. The challenge starts in an hour 45. Give or take, hour 45. But we will be. Mono black mid-range hand. Keep. They're mulliganing to 5. Is the legend you? Oh, Wafo? Sure. Red land at some point would be nice, but I guess we could Dothi. Croaks, I'm gonna bin my Croaksa. Smile. Yep, bin my Croaksa, go. I think I'm gonna wait until turn 3 to play this Dothi, so I don't run into removal. But I think it's Squee. It might actually have a spot in this deck as a one of. Should we try it in the challenge today? Kind of want to try it in the challenge. See how good the one of Squee is. Hidetsugu. Why would you bring in Hidetsugu in the mirror? Seems terrible. Yeah, we could try it over a Croaksa. I have to go pick one up though. Squee. I tried Rakdos Bombardment? Not yet. Alright, flip the thingy. This is a Fury. That's pretty good. Pretty solid. These Fatal Pushes are looking kind of embarrassing without drawing any fetches. That's fine. We'll manage. Squee is $1.45. I would like one. Return to me, Dothi. I get to Fatal Push this too. Now I can just cast a Spyro if I want. Interesting. Very interesting. I kind of feel like that's what I was thinking too. Cast their Spyro, rip land, cast Fury. Gonna be sad if they have an Undying effect though. I think it's still for the best. Gonna discard these two. Maybe I don't even kill their Fury in case they do have an Undying effect. I'm just gonna make Spyro tokens. Dash Ragavan Shizo. That's a good line too. I'm probably gonna take Fury. Took Fury instantly, which means they probably don't have an undying effect. Dreadbore the Spyro. Sure. Hey, Mord. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I hope you had a great stream. But you don't won. Okay, you can't scam a scammer. Remember that, chat. Scammer. Manny. Sounds great. I don't think this is actually Manny. Pretty sure Manny's real name is AKA Manny on Moto. Got your ass absolutely kicked today. It happens. That happens, my friend. Doth he go? I would like one Lord Squee, please. One a Squee. Squee over Croxa. Gonna do some science. Bolted my Dothy. That's just rude. I think it's important enough to develop my mana here, so I'm just gonna play that. I've had 3 copies of Bolt. It's so many Bolt. No. Ob is just unplayable in this type of a deck, I think. Is the reality. No red mana. Pain. 3 lightning bolts is gonna be tough to beat. Especially not being able to cast Spyro here. Hey, true. What do we listen to? Laser Ragavan says go. Bobble. I have 3 cards in hand, about to be 4. Alright, bolt it. Terminate. Alright, go. I have a Niv list. Yeah, exclamation mark deck. It's the second one. Although I changed a couple things since playing it yesterday. Nice mana, thank you. Trying to cast Murktide in their upkeep. Oh, it's just a Ledger Shredder. Any important changes? What did I do? I put a 4th Omnath in the deck over a Kai's and then I put in a cut of Vindicate from the sideboard for Hidetsugu. So you can find Hidetsugu off of Niv and then ruin a Hammer Player's Day. I guess I'm gonna Fury these two. Proxec can get their last card in hand as well. Shows an Archmage's Charm. I get the Connive, which sucks. Yeah, you get Fire Ice with Niv. It's a blue-red card. Alright, well, suddenly if we draw a red source, we're back in this game. That's a pretty good one, too. Not a red source. Red source? I only drew a land, so that's pretty good for us. Where's the red source? I feel like they're just taunting me. I'm on a 4 turn clock, or I guess 3 turn clock. I have to fetch though. They're just taunting me. Blood move for bad at fixing. Actually though, they need to fetch a basic island, because if I rip a blood moon, then they're gonna be pretty sad. And they're not gonna be able to cast a Murktide. Top decking Merc versus Murktide is always like so crazy. 2 of Shore Up. What is Shore Up? Alright, no Murktide. No Murktide, no EI, please. They have given up. Let's go. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 hexproof until end of turn. Untap it for blue. And Murktide, no. That is not a card Murktide needs. And Blood Moon out. I'm gonna check to see high board again. Thoughtseize out. Grief out. Aurochs in. Fatal Push in. A Braid. Done. Imagine not memorizing your own sideboard guide. It's just easier to look at it and then test out to see if the thoughts I put on paper line up with how I think they're going to play out or how I expect them to play out. Shore Up Fury. We're sideboarding a Fire League Shrine. We are. Played a thing and said go. I don't want to play this. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna play that and say go. I don't really want to give them the tempo of killing my Ragavan on 1 without me having a response. Return of the Scam, indeed. Wowie zowie, indeed. Why didn't you let that resolve? They could have made me lose 2 life for no reason. But alright. Jeremy, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, and welcome back to the Hooded Gang for the 5th month. Appreciate you, homie. Even if you are subpar at a lot of things, it's okay. Passing with 5 cards in hand. It's a lot of cards in hand. I spent 2 heats already. It makes me want to scam out of Fury. Get a different payment if it's from Prime. No, it's the same. All subs are the same. Yeah, that's my resub notice from when Spike dumpstered me. I still have never recovered from Spike dumpstering me. Think your Ragavan's living? Nah, my dude. Alright, 3rd land waiting group again. Maybe I should have just played a Giant Fury. Alright, well now I'm gonna play a Giant Fury. It's like a really big Fury, you know? It's like one very angry I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm just gonna do it again. Well, I took 2 cards out of their hand, which is like decent. Morning, Bubble Tea. Plays a land, says go. I have combat actions to make. Attack you for 8. Blap, blap. Oof, take 8. Alright, go. This deck is fucking work of art. Why no more Fables? So, I didn't like Fable as much as Seasoned Pyromancer because it doesn't have an immediate effect on the board. Make Div great again. It needs more tuning, otherwise I would play it. But I'm still working on the deck, so it makes a 2/2, but it doesn't have an immediate impact on my like hand. Being able to refill immediately and then cast a follow-up spell is like very important in the late game. And having that delayed trigger where if you don't have cards in hand, you don't even get to like, you know, rummage. It's just not that good. Copying the elementals is crazy good, but if the 2/2 survives, then why no HCA versus Murktide? Because most of the time they're on Ledger Shredder now, and Ledger Shredder is completely immune to HCA. And exiling the graveyard on a delayed trigger means that once they see HCA, they can just fire off a Murktide. And then you're so behind on tempo. And they can dash Ragavan to get around HCA also. So I don't think HCA is very good. Hell's Caretaker Avatar. I'm getting scammed. Again. You can't scam a scammer, opponent. Thought we've been through this. Hitasugu consumes all. It's only a 3/3. It's probably annoying enough for me to Fury though. Play versus scam twice in your last league. I need you to play a Dothy. Vale's just an all-star. I have not tried Glittering Wish. I don't think Glittering Wish is good enough. I'd rather just play Expressive Iteration. Expressive Iteration is just so great. I'm gonna dash Ragavan here. They usually don't play Fatal Push in the main deck, especially if it's my build. I'm gonna dash Ragavan. I'd like to get some Edict value out of this Liliano. If you want like a dirtly grindy card, then why not play like Expressive Iteration? This Glittering Wish is not impacting the board, and you need to survive the early game with Niv. If you're not directly impacting the board with a card on turn 2, you're probably not winning. This card's Grief Blood Moon. Dothy Spyro. Their hand's quite good. Lines up well with what I have. I see that particular fetch. I did see that particular fetch. Grief. So Ragavan is kind of worthless. The Rakdos Obosh deck, it plays like a fair deck instead of an unfair deck. I think I could play this Ragavan, then use the treasure token to play the Spyro and refill 2 like that. But I actually think, I guess that's fine. But if I draw a Fury, I'm going to be sad. Because then I'm not going to be able to cast this Fury. Unless I draw another land. Well, those are some good ones. I get some shoving. Shoving before this Dothy comes down. Dothy's gonna be really annoying. Spikefield Hazard, huh? I think it's fine to shove both here because they can trade Ragavan for Spyro, which is fine. Not great, but it's fine. And if my Dothy survives, I can get Spyro. I trade Spyro for Spyro here. I'd block here and get their Spyro. I get my Spyro. Yeah. But if I rip a removal spell off the top of their deck, then they're in shambles. I exile. I exile the Black Cleave Cliffs. Okie dokie. Go. I'm gonna cast Spyro here. And get 3 looks at a removal spell. Maybe I wasn't supposed to swing my Spyro. Maybe I was just supposed to swing just Ragavan. That may have been better. This is very interesting. I could attack with the Dothy, or I could cast Spyro. I think I'm just gonna shove with the Dothy. Maybe I should have played Croxa Ragavan. I don't know how good that is. If I infuriates game. I mean, if I don't, I lose though. So that's like the trade-off. I want to maximize the value on this Croxa. Terminate the grief. Alright, take damage. See, that's why I didn't want to play the Ragavan, because if I had the treasure token, I could have gotten Croxa back this turn. Should have been huge. I think it was a misplay to play the Ragavan. Yeah, they both get exiled. Yeah, I'm actually dead here. I have been defeated. I think playing that Ragavan was a major misplay. If I got to play Croxa that turn and then escape Croxa in the same turn, I would have been super far ahead. So I made a mistake. I didn't have any faith I would rip the land, but I ended up ripping the land. I had no faith. But I like Torok in this matchup. Typically I leave it on just the draw, but I want to try it on the play. But it's just better than Thoughtseize, because it just sits there and grows all game from future Croxas, future Lily. If they don't have a way to kill it, just sits there and grows. I think this card's really bad in the matchup. Like, both players are going to be top decking. Why do you have Thoughtseize in? This is like the first card I would cut. This is... God damn it. Why did you pop up in the middle of my screen? I'm clicking over here. I'm clicking over here. That's what I said about Murktide versus Red Black, and you disagreed. I take out Thoughtseize against Murktide. I take out Thoughtseize against Murktide. Especially, it depends. It's play draw dependent. Because if you do it on the draw, you take out Thoughtseize. On the play, you leave in Thoughtseizes. Counterspell decks, the decks you really want hand hate, but imagine you have a Thoughtseize draw and they play a turn 1 Ragavan, you're on the draw. You lose. You just lose. You left in Blood Moon? For what? That makes no sense. I'm actually not gonna kill this thing, so if I rip a land, I can just kill it with Fury. Just want to rip a land and punish them for playing Blood Moon so badly. Blood Moon's such a bad card to leave it in the mirror. Yeah, discard your Torok because you can't cast it. Amazing. Amazing. I have a Croxa. It's not good for me. I just needed one land. Yep. That happens. Kind of a frustrating way to lose this game. Just missed on lands. Also, sure as shit didn't expect him to leave in Blood Moon here. That still makes no sense. Now they're gonna cast Kroxa. I get the Bin Ragavan. Fury away the rest of their board. Offered the trade here. Let's have another Fury. I guess I can cast everything. These mirror matches make no sense. Dueling anger management classes. These matchups are so random. He didn't play Kroxa? Why? What? Why didn't you play Kroxa? Hello? Hello? Return Fury to your hand? Sure. Should have attacked first. Good job in hello. That's good bean. I should have attacked first. So I could have taken their Spyro if they blocked. I mean, they're gonna cast Fury, kill my Fury anyway, so it's not that bad. Woken to play the limited PTQ. What about the modern challenge? So this forces them to block. I have to block the Kroxa so I can freely dash the Ragavan. Nope, serves you right for leaving in Blood Moon. And Thoughtseize. If my pool's bad, then I'll modern. Alright, bet. Say less. You need to get the Living End Reddit excited. What is it? The try to level up next time by bringing in Magus. I forgot what that account's called. It's like some Living End account that posts on all of Bamzing's tweets. And it's like, congratulations to everybody playing Living End. I love that account. I think I mold this. This hand's very good. On every Reddit post too. User Living End, yeah. Congratulations to everybody playing Living End. Nobody streaming the Legacy Challenge. Just because Demonic Tutors didn't wake up. Which sounds about right. Not very good versus turn 3 Blood Moon. I guess not. I guess you're right about that one. Oh. They have the secret tech. Leyline. We're no longer weak to Blood Moon. But our hand is weak to Thoughtseize now. Well, that's not great for me. Got the old Hearst Dothy synergy. What are they gonna give me? They gave me a polluted delta. Thanks, I hate it. They're gonna Fury me. They're just gonna Fury me. Yeah, Bolt would be pretty helpful. Fury would be the best draw. I don't know if I'm gonna get there. Thoughtseize, by the way. Leyline's really the mirror breaker here. If they have Leyline, then it's just so bad for me. Fable's also very good in the mirror. I'm wondering if I should kill the Reflection or the Fury. I'm gonna attack. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna hope that they target it with reflection. And they were smart about it. I think the way that I would like win this game is by getting them to target Fury prior to combat. Since they didn't, I'm in trouble. Maybe I could have just raced them. Maybe I was just getting too fancy with it. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna kill the Fury now. Might have just been way too fancy. Let's kill it main phase, then I don't lose my Torok, but I do take 4 and make 2 treasure tokens. I need to draw a Fury. If I can draw a Fury, then that'd be amazing. Yeah, I should have killed the Fury main phase. I was just trying to be too cute with it. Just trying to get him to mess up. Why not eat the token with the hearse? That's not how hearse works. A braid activate crew? That's not how her... What? I attacked. I attacked. Are you saying don't attack? I'm gonna kill these two. I can trade hearse with Fury. Need a creature. It's not a creature. I need a creature. Preferably another Fury. Easy would also be great. If I have a land in hand, then attacking with Fury forces the jump. Attack first. Why would I attack first? What? Because if he doesn't block, you win. If he doesn't have a land, I die. I literally lose the game if they don't have a land. I think it's 100% right to do it pre-combat anyways. I don't love this hand, but maybe it's alright. This hand just got a lot better. It's living end? I think this is living end. Oh, that makes sense. I'm supposed to Croxa this turn too. I'm gonna save the Croxa. There's a good chance I want to keep the treasure for Hardcast Fury. Hey, Azur, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Oh, baby. Yeah, I'll cast that one. Yeah, I think I'll cast that one. I don't get it spell pierced. You would have gotten the Fury into play. If they top deck a Bolt, it dies. This is not a +1/+1. They play like 4 copies of Lightning Bolt. Terminate, terminate. That seemed good. What's the worst matchup with Scam? Probably either Creativity or Murktide. Or, actually, I think it's Glimpse. Glimpse is probably the worst. There's just not a ton you can do about Glimpse. There's Mari Command. Yeah, I want to say it's Glimpse. Goblins might be a bad matchup too, but I haven't actually gotten to test the Goblins matchup like more than once, so it's hard for me to say. Oh, my sweet summer child. This Fury though. What are the good matchups? Tron. Quite good. Living End, quite good. Suppose if they have an Archon here. Yeah, Veil of Summer is such a good card against Scam. I think with Sanctifier is also kind of a tough matchup. Hammer's a very easy matchup. Hammer got harder after I took out the second Hidetsugu though. Hidetsugu's so good against them. How do I side against Creativity? Let's see. I bring in 2 Engineered Explosives, a Hidetsugu, 2 Necromencias, and 2 Collector Brutalities, and I side out a Liliana, Lightning Bolt, Night's Whisper, Spyro, 1 Dathi, 2 Kroxa. Mover, Shaker, Taker, thank you so much for the Prime sub, and welcome back to the Hooded Game for the 2nd month in a row. Appreciate you. Thank you. Alright, well, you had things, and now you have no things. You had some things, and now you have none of the things. I'm gonna Thoughtseize them, because I'm planning on casting Necro next turn, so let's Thoughtseize them, clear the way. They have nothing. Actual nothing. I'm gonna be tapping out for Necro next turn, so I think clearing the way this turn to see if they top deck anything was fine. It's not great, but it, like, I don't think the Thoughtseize is getting much better. That's gonna be a good follow-up. Maybe just cast it now. Nah, I'm gonna Necro the Archon first. So I might be able to cast Necro. Alright. Yeah, Moon's gonna be amazing next turn. Then they can't cast, like, most of the other stuff except for Fable. Fable's still gonna be very good. Hey, Latrop, thank you for the follow, and I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Tycho the Triome. That Leyline Binding costs 10 million, my friend. That's not how Leyline Binding works. That's not how Leyline Binding works. It's the new update. They have checkboxes now. It's kind of stupid. It's a learning stream. That's also not how that works, opponent. You can't scam a scammer. Nobody scams a scammer. Oh, we learning today. I accidentally yielded through my first turn with those new checkboxes. I don't even blame you. Those new checkboxes are horrendous. Transmogrify my grief. Yeah. I got a Ragavan. Hey. I'm gonna Necrofable. They actually have no ways of winning the game without Fable. You're on the no outer. You can't cast Ren in 6. You can't cast Prismari Command. You have a basic mountain. You have 4 copies of fire you can cast. And a lightning bolt. You literally can't win the game. Alright. They cannot win the game anymore. 11 damage and burn. Well, I can't fetch, so. Thanks. Thanks for the fury. I love it.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.